Good morning! We are back in the water. Unfortunately, things only move that fast in fairy tales. So before we get there, we still have some love and work to put into our boat. But first, I would like to welcome you to the new episode of Sailing Me Sea. We kick off at Amsterdam Airport after our summer break in our home country Belgium. I hope you enjoy the film. Hi guys, we are back at the airport in Amsterdam, waiting for our flight, heading for Preveza, back to our Missie. After 2 months of spending time in our home country Belgium, it's now time to go back to our Missie. I'm really excited to see how she's doing, because we didn't hear anything from the marina, so I suppose that's good news. But normally we have some friends when we leave the boat behind and they can give us an update, but this time we didn't see anybody, so no news is good news, I suppose.
They say that.
Yeah, it's now almost midnight. Our flight is scheduled at 5 a.m. So we took the last train from Antwerp, and now we are in Amsterdam, and it's nice here.
Yeah.
Still a lot open. So
You can grab a sandwich or coffee or
yeah.
a burger. Yeah.
So we've been in worse places to spend the night. So guys, it's now almost 10 o'clock in the morning and we have already arrived at the boatyard in Aktio Marina, Preveza. And now we are having a look how our Miss C is doing. And here she is. On the outside everything looks the same as we left her. And this is our luggage. Almost 100 kilo we have to transport from Belgium to Preveza, but we've made it, and nothing is broken, so that's good.
Yeah.
Now we just have to try to get everything up there.
And you found one?
So maybe 20 ladders there at the shipyard.
Oh, okay.
So, no problem. So welcome back at the Missie.
Yeah,
Missie.
Thank you.
Except from a lot of dust, she looks fine, but our plastic cover that we bought, I didn't expect that the plastic cover of the dinghy would be so far gone. So let's have a look inside. No leaks inside. It seems a very long time I've been here.
It looks good.
Yeah, just here
Dust, yeah?
dust, and also from the heat. Look, this cover is getting off. Let's see how the batteries are doing. As soon as we were at home, I was afraid that I have left on the main switch of the service batteries, but I didn't forget it. No, I was really worried about this, but that's okay. Let's give this girl some power. So let's have a look. how the batteries are doing. They're still 88%, so that's good. It's almost 8 o'clock in the evening and we are back on the boat. We just had dinner because it was too hot this afternoon to do anything. So we took a siesta this afternoon, and then when we felt better, I started already on the first project, and that is repainting a few patches on the hull, because yeah, there was already some paint flaking off from the aluminium hull. So I have to repair that before it gets worse. And now we are going to clean the boat on the outside, because now the temperature is finally dropping a little bit.
Yes, but there is wind.
Yeah, there's maybe 15 or 20 knots of wind coming through this shipyard, so that's a nice cool down. But inside of the boat it's still 32 degrees Celsius, so it's gonna be a hot night tonight, literally. So as you can see, I have a few patches to repair, and the window here at the head is really the worst part. I already removed all the loose pieces of paint, but it was a really big piece that came off. I was surprised that it was already so far coming off, so it was really time to do this. So first step of the process is clean the hull with super cleaner from International, and then rinse it, and then tomorrow I can sand it and start with the first layer of primer on the patches who needs repair. Okay guys, so day 2 at the boatyard, and today I'm going to sand the patches that I've cleaned yesterday, and after sanding it's time for the first layer of primer. So let's get started. So as a primer on the aluminium, I'm using the Interprotect from International. It's a 2-component primer, and it should be very good for aluminium, and it can be used above water and beneath the water line, so should be good. Now after the sanding I just have to degrease the surface first before I put on the primer, and for that I need to use the thinner number 7 also from International. So I'm working strictly by the book, so normally it should be the best result. Hi guys, day 4 at the shipyard, and as you can see it is bloody hot out here. Yesterday we had 38 degrees Celsius inside of the boat, and luckily there is some wind, because otherwise I don't know where you must stay to keep a little bit cool. This morning I started with a little repair on the generator. Last time when I did the maintenance, the seal of the oil filter didn't sealed off properly, and I had an oil leak. So this guy was leaking. It's just a small oil filter with an O-ring, but maybe when I installed it I squeezed it somehow, and the O-ring was out of shape and was leaking. So I have to remove the oil again from the generator, and now I have replaced the oil filter by a new one, and I filled it up, and it's sealed now and it's not dripping anymore, so that's good news. But all the oil was drained out, so you can imagine what a mess it was in the engine room, and I hope I cleaned up most of it, but yeah, we'll see. And now I'm going to proceed with working on the repairs on the hull. Yesterday I put the first layer of primer on the hull, and it has to cure for 24 hours before you can fill the patches with filler. So it's now 24 hours, and I just have to sand it first with a grit of 280, and then wash it with some soap, rinse it with fresh water, let it dry, and then you can apply the filler on top of it. Okay, so far so good. So I filled all these patches with the epoxy filler, and now I have to let it dry for 4.5 hours, and then I can sand it. At the moment it doesn't look so good because I have to use a lot of filler and it's very sticky stuff, but I hope I can sand it all nice and smoothly afterwards. And to end this hot, hard working day, we were treated to a relaxing, beautiful piece of music by the neighbor.
Live music.
It's quite nice. Cleaning with the saxophone on the background. Morning guys, and welcome in another tropical day in Greece. Yesterday, after drying of the filler, I sanded it, and the result is quite impressive, I think. It's very smooth now, all the patches, and today it's time to primer. It needs four layers of primer. And I have to respect 2 hours of dry time, so normally it should be finished today. As you can see, it looks really nice. No difference between the old paint and the filler, so it looks good. Now I'm gonna degrease it for the last time with thinner, and then we can put on the primer. So, while I'm waiting for the primer to dry out, so I can put the next layer on top of it, I am already starting with the next project, and that's installing a brand new alternator. As you remembered, the previous one has burned out because the temperature sensor was loosened from the alternator, so it didn't give a proper measurement, and yeah, the alternator just burned out. So I bought a new one, but I have to stick with the brand of Yanmar itself, because this is the only one who can fit on this engine. I tried with Mastervolt, Balmar, but they are all way too big and there is just no space in my engine room. So I hope this one will last longer. I already bought a better temperature sensor which is sticked on properly, and it's already adjusted to communicate with the Mastervolt system, the Alpha Pro 3. So normally it should be okay now, but to install it and to program it properly, you also have to buy the Mastervolt interface. So this is a small device that you have to connect between the alternator and the Mastervolt Alpha Pro, and or anywhere else in your Master Vault system. So you can go into the software of the Master Pro 3 and program it properly. Because when we did the refit in Holland, the guy who installed this or programmed this alternator in the Master Vault system just used the preset of Master Vault. But the smallest alternator of Master Vault is 75 amps with 24 volts, but this one is only 60 amps, so it was 15 amps too high programmed. But there is a possibility to install another alternator and program it with this alternator, his figures, so 60 amps, 24 volts. And you can also reduce the maximum output. So this time we will install it properly, and normally it should run for many years now. Fingers crossed. Good news, the alternator is installed, and I have also installed the interface. This is this small device that communicates between the alternator and the Master Vault system. So it's just that small device that I had to install, and now it's connected with via the master bus on my whole Master Vault system. And now I can check with the laptop in the complete system. Here it is. So now I've selected one of my batteries, and as you can see, state of charge is 100%. Numbers of batteries 6, temperature of the battery 31 degrees, cluster status activated. So that's a very practical device to check all your systems. It's a shame that you have to buy the interface and connect it with the laptop. There are other systems that you can go into the system by smartphone or tablet. But yeah, this is the system from Master Vault. But at the end, now I can see everything I want to know. So I'm very pleased. Everything looks fine. The configuration of the alternator is completed as it should be, and now it's just waiting to go into water and have it properly tested. So keep you informed. What a hectical week. We are only 2 days away from launching, and we are not ready yet. The boat is still a complete mess. I had a problem with the generator. It wouldn't start, so I had to troubleshoot some things, and yeah, this is the result. A boat completely exploded, but I found the problem. It was the pre-filter of the diesel that was filled with air. I don't know how it came that the filter was only filled for half with diesel. Maybe it was because we were on land now for a few months and the diesel returned back to the main tank. I have no idea, but finally I found it. So that's the most important thing. Good morning! The day has finally come. Today is the day of launch, and yeah, our Missy is ready to go back in the water. All the jobs are done, and I will give you a quick tour around the boat. But first, I'm having a present for our neighbors. They were so kind to let me use their construction so I can stand on a proper level to do the painting and the polishing of the hull. So that was really nice because there weren't any constructions to use here in this shipyard, so otherwise I had to use the ladder 1,000 times to go up and down and up and down. So I'm gonna give them a beer to say thanks.
Okay, so enjoy your light. See, nice to meet you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Yes, and we have some.
So guys, this is how she looks. And this is one of the repairs that I made. It's not perfect. It had been better if I had an airbrush to paint, but now I just have to do it with the roller so you can see the difference. But it's protected, and that's the most important, that it cannot flake any further. Antifouling is on, new anodes here and there, and this is also the first time that I anti-filed the bow thruster, so I'm curious how that will end up, but we are ready to go. Now that the boat was on the trailer, we could take advantage of this opportunity to quickly lower the centerboard and apply antifouling to it. So far so good. The lifting keel is anti-fouled, and all the stamps are covered with anti-foul, so she should be fine for at least 1 year, hopefully 2, but we'll see. But I'm really pleased with the result. Just the paint job could have been better. It's a shame I didn't have an airbrush to paint it, and I have to do it with a roller, but yeah, it is what it is. And now it's just waiting for our turn to splash her back into the water. We asked if we can leave someone before us so that we have more time to letting the anti-foul dry. It's just maybe 1 hour, but it is what it is. I don't know if it makes a lot of difference, but it certainly can't harm. If you see her from a distance, she's shining, eh? In the sling. And of course, now when she's in, it's starting to blow. Incredible.
And we are ready to go now. Are you ready?
I'm ready. And so, after a long time and many hours of work, our Missy was back in the water where she belongs. So guys, that's it for this episode. I hope you learned something about the maintenance and repairs that come with owning a sailboat. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them as best as I can. Next time at Sailing the Sea. After 10 days of sweating and puffing, we are completely ready for the next part of our Greek adventure. The next few months will definitely look very different. We'll discover the most beautiful anchorages, see the bluest water we've ever seen, and enjoying delicious food. But also experience one of the most frightening nights in years. I hope you're as excited as I am, and if so, don't forget to give me a thumbs up so I know you're happy. And if you really want to do me a favor, subscribe to our channel. It will cost you nothing, but it gives me a lot of satisfaction. Thanks for watching and hopefully see you next time. Bye!